to the Clutch Buckets podcast. My name is Josh Tyson.
And I'm Kyle Spence.
Their profession, our passion, your court. What's good, Kyle? Check ball to you, man.
Check ball, Tyson. So, this is what we call an emergency podcast because the way that we've been doing this, we usually be about 2 weeks in between our episodes. But after another blockbuster trade has happened, we were like, what time you got? Let's just hop on. Let's see what we can do after that. Because what we want to talk about right now is Tyson's team finally got some help in Jimmy Butler to the Golden State Warriors, signing for a 2-year, $121 million deal, declining his player option, so he's going to stay there. And what they traded away from the Golden State Warriors in this trade was Dennis Schroeder. I don't think PJ Tucker, was he with the Warriors?
PJ Tucker? No. They trade away Andrew Wiggins, Schroeder. Yeah, and
Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah.
Schroeder. And then I feel like there's a 3-team trade. Yeah. Is Utah as well as Miami and Golden State. So Dennis Schroeder went to Utah. PJ Tucker, again, I don't know what team he was playing for. He's in Miami now. And then they had to get, was it Josh Richardson involved with it? Lindy Waters,
I think
the
PJ
third
Tucker was
involved with it.
He was in another trade. I don't know. I don't think it involved.
There was Kyle Anderson involved with this. And I think he went to the Raptors. Yeah. All I know is, for right now, role players were traded away from the Warriors. Jimmy Butler has signed, and now the quote-unquote three-headed monster in this place is Jimmy Butler, Stephen Curry, and then I guess you could call it Draymond Green after that. So I guess. So Tyson, because this is your team, go off, King. Tell me how you feeling.
Yo. All right. So off the break, of course, I'm hyped because we finally get Steph Curry some help. The man was losing, y'all, his passion for basketball. I don't know if y'all been watching him lately, but he been losing himself, man. He hasn't, it seemed, when he's out there balling, it seems like he's not really enjoying it. Because, man, I mean, it's nothing worse than playing knowing that you're not going to compete, especially when it comes to the playoffs. So I'm glad finally got somebody, a good piece, man. Y'all know Jimmy Butler is a dog. He's off the chain, man, especially in the playoff Jimmy come through. So, I mean, we would have loved KD, you know what I mean? We would have loved to welcome him home, but, we'll take Jimmy all day. Now, I'm not saying this throws us all the way to the top spot. We need an additional piece. Now, if my boy Kuminga could come back and play like Siakam out here, we actually got a chance, man. But yeah, we'll see how it works out. We know, once Jimmy gets paid, he balls out. So he got paid. So, let's see him back in action, man. I'm here for it.
I'm glad, brother. In the words of Kendrick Lamar, it's not enough. It's not enough.
I ain't gonna front.
It's not enough.
It's not.
It's not enough. It's a great trade as far as like building the team as it is currently constructed. It wasn't going far. This will take you farther, but it's not going to take you all the way. So you just got a little bit of gas in the tank and some new spark plugs. Yeah. But you need, some more tires, some new tires. You need an oil change.
All this other stuff. The trim is gone right now.
That tread is low. That tread is low, looking like you riding on balloons the way that thing is so slick. So it's not enough right now, but it's still good for the Warriors. And the interview with Draymond Green, they asked him, they said, how do you feel? Because we're going to eventually talk about the fact that those two, I feel, will butt heads. I don't think they like each other. And he said, Draymond Green said, what do you say? Something to the effect like, it all comes down to winning. He wins, we win. That's all that it matters. And so as long as he does his job, he's tough as nails, blah, blah, blah. If he wins, we win.
Yo, so I would pay money to be up in that locker room, bro, when they go at it. Of course, there's gonna be some tension, bro. I'm here for the entertainment. But at the end of the day, Draymond and Jimmy, they both dogs. It's all about winning for them. So if they could come together on just winning, that's all that matters at the end of the day, bro. So I'm here for that action. I'm here for that noise. And, you know, it's gonna be fun to watch, man. But they need another little piece. They need at least need a big man, bro. Maybe a versatile big man to come through. So I mean, we'll see, man. Good old Jimmy coming through. I see. I was
Their
rocking with
current
Jimmy since he was on the Bulls too. So
Yes,
I'm
that's
here.
true. That's true too. So I can see how this would
Yeah,
actually fit
full
well with
circle.
you.
Yeah.
They're currently 11th in the West. Tyson, with this trade, how much better positioning can they get?
I mean, it depends on how excited Steph Curry is, man. Now, if this revitalizes him, man, because remember, I'm not say slumping, but when's the last time you heard of Curry have a 40, 50-point game or going off for game winners? You know what I mean? He ain't just been in that spirit. So if this revitalizes him, man, I think we can at least get fifth or sixth. You know what I mean? So, but there's a
Okay.
lot of other moves in the West, man. The West looking deep right now.
So what else happened in the West? I don't want to get too far off track because I'm sure all of this is going to tie together, but I'm gonna hop down just a little bit because
Yeah.
since we in the West, let's talk about the Lakers. The Los Angeles Lakers
You
have
gotta
now
go.
released Connect Four, aka Connect Four, Dalton Connect, Cam Reddish, 2031. Is it 2031?
Yeah.
First round
Already
draft
out there. Yeah.
selection. Why that far away? Anyway, they released all of these people
Yeah.
and to get Mark Williams to the Lakers. Mark
Yeah.
Williams, I believe, is a center for the Charlotte Hornets, who's now
Yeah.
a Laker. And
Yeah.
if I'm gonna keep it real, I don't know who this man is. I
Gotta
have
look him
no
up.
idea who this person
Mark
is.
who?
Dude, sometimes players are just players on the court, and I don't be looking at the back of their jersey. But apparently he be hooping because he had 15.6, he averaged 60, roughly 16 points
Yeah.
in the 2024-2025 season,
Yeah.
9.6 rebounds, 2.5 assists. He's shooting almost 60% from the field goal, and
Doing this thing.
78% from the free throw line, which is
Yeah.
actually great for a
Yeah.
7-foot big.
Right.
So apparently they know what they're doing, but again, I would be lying, and we don't lie here on Clutch Bucket. Like I didn't know who this person was.
Not at all. Not at all. So, yo, one thing though, I saw some highlights. He is versatile, man. I think him and Luca gonna connect a lot on lives. But one thing, man, some people are saying this might turn into another AD situation because Mark Williams been plagued with
Really?
injuries, man. He's had injuries issues, man.
Okay,
So
okay, okay. I thought
but
you were
he's
talking about
healthy right
talent.
now, but you don't know moving forward. But they went all out. One thing I don't understand, they needed a big man. But yo, what's one thing the Lakers been suffering with these last few years? Shooters. They
Yeah,
ain't got no shooters.
they
You got
just
your
gave up
number one
Connect.
three-point shooter and connect, and you ship them off, bro? That's wild. That's wild.
That's Lakers. That's Lakers.
I love it though. I'm
Between
here for it.
between the lack of a strong point guard and until of course Luca. Now,
Okay.
is Luca's gonna still be running point, you think?
Oh yeah, he taking over that spot. I
Okay,
don't know
well then
how LeBron gonna handle that. He don't know what to do. He ain't got the ball for real.
he ain't gonna play the
Managing.
five. So what is he supposed to be doing? I don't know what he's going to do, and that it is neither here nor there. But apparently they got a big in this person. I don't know about its injury report because if you wanted a good big that has proven themselves, I would probably get Time Lord Robert Williams III from the
Yeah,
Portland Trailblazers. But the
yeah,
Blazers are now hooping now, so
yeah. He in the
they're
bubble.
or eight. Well, I don't know. Eight and probably locked in. So I don't think they could have done anything to move him off to the
He ain't that
Lakers.
dude no more,
So
man.
he's
He ain't got that
he's
heart.
okay. He may not have the heart, but again, I feel as though sometimes being around LeBron James, you might have a different mentality. He may not develop your skill, but you might have a different mentality. But either
Of
way,
being
Mark
traded,
Willie,
fear of being traded. That's the
you know,
mentality. Yeah.
the fair being traded should be incentive enough to try and play better. So if that's what you got to do, let's do it. But again, this is what we're looking at. Mark Williams to the Lakers. They traded away Cam Reddish. Cam Reddish, oh my goodness. If we want to talk
Jeez,
about a disappointment in the league,
jeez, that's
let's talk
tough.
about Cam Reddish because
That's
Cam
tough.
Reddish, yo, was he
He's
averaging like
supposed to be
three
that
points
guy.
this season or something like
He's
that?
supposed
And
to
this
be that
dude has
guy.
been in the game since like 2019. I haven't seen anything from him
Not even a
that
highlight.
Yo, they were
The
hyping
Nuggets.
this dude like
Big
for
time.
real,
Yeah, bro.
and he's just falling off the map, sadly. So hopefully he makes his mark elsewhere. Staying still out west, we got Jonas Valanciunas
Yeah.
went to the Sacramento Kings. How do you feel about that?
I honestly don't. The Kings have absolutely no clue what makes winning basketball. I think at the end of the day, because first, what do, man? You got Fox, and you bring in DeRozan with Fox, which clogs up the paint. He's just a mid range shooter. You
Hmm.
get rid of Fox and bring in Levine with DeRozan, which we saw with the Bulls didn't work.
Hmm.
And that's what you bring. And now you pair Sabonis with Valanciunas. Uh, yeah, y'all have no clue what y'all doing, man. I mean, it's bro. Come on, these pairings, man. The way they're building these teams, obviously they don't care what's going on around the league and what the league is doing and how they're being successful. But my goodness, man, you saw yesterday, man. Of course, it's their first game, but I mean they lost miserably to the Magic. What's his
Hmm.
name? Levine only had 13, 4 for 13, DeRozan 19. So I mean, it just don't look like it worked. The problem is,
It's not.
Kyle, you got a whole bunch of non-defensive players. Levine, you already know he come from my bull squad. My boy talented on offense, but puts no effort on defense. He's
Hmm.
athletic enough to be one of the premier defenders and doesn't want to do it. DeRozan never been known for his defense. Malik Monk, he all about just shooting.
Yeah.
He barely wants to be on the other side of the court. He don't want to think about defense, man. He just wants to get back down there and shoot. So you got a whole bunch of non-defensive players, man, who just get murked. That's why Orlando scored 130 points yesterday. Come on.
Mm. Mm. It's terrible.
Come on.
Uh, I don't know what they're doing. If I really don't. I think he has less years, Valanciunas, that is, less years ahead of him than he has behind him.
Yeah.
And because of that, I'm not sure. He was a shooter as far as he could have spread the floor as
Yeah.
a 3-point threat, but I don't even know if he's shooting that well this season. I think he's what with the Wizards currently, and he's shooting like 25% from 3-point land.
Yeah.
You're not going to stretch the floor that way. I
Nah.
mean, for your career, you were 34% according to the stats that I'm pulling up right now, but I'm not seeing anything that's going to be an impact. And again, it's a clogged offense. You're not going to do much with a clogged offense. I can't see much
Nobody's ready to
movement.
flow.
I don't see much defense. I don't see anything that's going to say, oh, they're going to be passing that ball around, whipping it around. No, it's just going to
Nah.
be ball dominant
Nah.
players
Yeah.
playing some Rico Hines rec league
Real
type of
talk.
ball. And it is what it is. So
And they
they
might
didn't
not
get
even
any
make the
better.
play.
They didn't get any better.
Nah.
That's just what it comes down to, in my opinion. I think that they have talent. Talent doesn't necessarily translate to wins. We've seen that time and time again.
Nah, man. We
So
see that with the Suns.
we've seen that with the Suns. Man, so that KD deal just fizzled all the way out.
No, the wild part is they actually had a deal in place to send KD to the Warriors and Jimmy to the Suns. It was already in place, and
Mm.
KD vetoed that mug. He's like, nah, bro, I've been there, done that, man. I can't roll with Draymond. So, man, yo, I will say though, man, like, I mean that would have been on point, man, with KD back in that
It would have been nice, yeah.
yeah, back with because they already know how to play naturally together, man. Him and Steph. So I don't know, man.
When is the trade deadline time?
Today,
3 p.m.
today, 3
Eastern,
p.m. Yep.
so 2 p.m. Central.
All right. Two more
Ooh, in that
hours.
last 30
More
minutes, you're going to see a
hours, my boy.
whole lot of
It's
scrambling
about to
going
go
on,
ham,
man.
man. They about to go all the way out. It's
Because I wouldn't be surprised if KD all of a sudden up and leaves and go elsewhere.
yo, real quick. I got a question, man. KD been moving place to place with all
Hmm.
these stars trying to win. I don't understand now his mentality knowing the 10th place Suns aren't going anywhere. There's
Right.
no way as a baller you believe you're going to make any type of run in these playoffs. And moving, not just in these playoffs. We've done this for about 2 seasons now. You know, with this team currently constructed, you ain't going nowhere.
Right.
So why the flip mode squad do you want to stay? All of a sudden now you want to stay somewhere? And with the losing squad who ain't going nowhere? If I was KD, I would have jumped at this opportunity to go back to winning basketball where I won.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know he ain't got no pride when it comes to jumping with all-stars, superstars. Ain't no pride in it anymore for him. So why not go back to a winning situation? Now I could understand, Draymond, but my contention would be, I bet I'll come back if y'all get rid of Draymond. Warriors been like, oh, bet. Oh, yeah, immediately. Oh, yeah, when can you
Immediately.
get here?
Hands down.
When you go, there's a plane. My jet is there already. Owner would be like, I got a jet there. Just hop on. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I
Draymond
don't
will be
know.
gone by the time you get to the facility.
I don't know why he decided to stay. If they're not winning they're not winning. They haven't been winning. And nothing about their roster suggests that they will win
Right.
or continue to try to win. I have no clue, Tyson.
Wait,
I have no clue.
So now you want to be loyal to a squad? Now?
Okay, we
Now?
got about 2 hours. Things can change.
They
All
can't.
right.
They can't.
So for right now, give it 2 hours, we're gonna see. But we're just speculating that he's probably not gonna move anywhere. And if he doesn't, why? The why? I don't know.
Yeah,
Katie
that part.
does
That
Katie
part.
things, and we can't really explain those things.
Uh,
I can't articulate his logic
yeah.
sometimes. All right. So, but we'll see. Now, if he gets moved, then we're gonna be like, all right, well, depending on where you move to,
Yeah.
this might be a good move all around. Now, going out east, because we just kind of talked about some players in the West. We have a Western player that's moving from the West to the East, and Brandon Ingram
Yes,
going
sir.
to, or they're solidifying the contract and the trade from the New Orleans Pelicans to the Toronto Raptors in
Yeah.
exchange for Bruce Brown Jr.,
Yeah.
Kelly Olynyk, multiple draft picks, including a first rounder. Do you feel as though this is a good trade, Tyson?
Yo, for Toronto moving forward, you kind of see what they're doing, man. They're really getting some good wings together, man. Pairing with Barnes, man. Pairing with a couple of those other heads out there, man. I think, man, over time with RJ Barrett, man, and this is what the league is really turning into, man. A lot of wings, who are versatile, who could play multiple positions, man. And I think that's what we're seeing. So, and over on the New Orleans part. So I guess Cal, are they blowing this thing up in New Orleans? You think
They got to.
you think they about to get rid of Zion? Is this tea leaves, man? Is this what we saying?
Yeah. I can see Zion in the next year. He's out of there. He might go to New York Knicks. I don't know what they're gonna do with them in
With the
him and
Knicks,
within New
they
York.
don't want that.
Yeah,
We're not with the
could
Knicks.
see
They
that.
already solidified. I would just keep that core as is, man. I wouldn't bring in because you can't rely on him, man. They need reliability, and Thibodeau, he ain't gonna deal with the nonsense, man, about not being available, not putting
Them
effort,
40 minutes
not
on the
taking care of
court.
yourself. Yeah, Zion ain't about that life. When's the last
I am done.
time Zion got 40 minutes on the court, bro?
Probably
First season.
2022.
First season. No.
That's true. Now, the tea leaves are showing that he probably is not staying there. I
Yeah.
would rather blow up, sink to the bottom, and hope to get someone like a Cooper Flag or
Yeah.
something. But
Almost definitely.
because there's no way that you can say after this experiment, yeah, Zion is worth building around. You are not worth building around. You just are set to a team that is
Yeah.
currently being constructed.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, he's lost his central position,
Yeah.
in my opinion, and I think that he's going to be moved off.
And you noticed though, man, this ever since Luka got traded, bro, it's been like the fire up on them.
Everybody
All
just
these other
swooping down.
players who been injured, who ain't been playing back, yo, all of a sudden Big came back, balled out.
Balled out, game
All of a
winner.
sudden, Zion balling consistently. He had 28 yesterday. They're like, wait, where's this coming from? Oh,
Well, we know why.
now all of a sudden y'all
Yes.
realize y'all not y'all realize y'all expendable now. Y'all
Right.
realize, you know
It's
what I
a
mean?
job, and
This
y'all
is a
just
job.
employees.
And yeah. You
Yeah.
realize your job might be on the line now. Now you want the ball. Come on,
Oh,
man.
for sure. For sure. And I love it. I love to see it.
I love it, bro. It makes these players more accountable. Now you put more effort. If you injured, now you putting in more discipline, bro. When it
Mhm.
comes to the recovery process, your physical therapy, your treatments, taking care of your body more.
Right.
Man,
Because
watch.
it's bigger than a game.
We
Like you have to care about your career now.
got to. We're gonna see a brand new Zion in 2025.
No, we won't. We gonna do the same cycle like every single year. He's gonna lose weight, quote unquote, in the off season. He gonna look slim because he's wearing black all the time. And then all of a sudden, as soon as the game started, like, man, that dude ain't lose no weight.
Ain't
And then
no
he's gonna be
way.
injured for half the
No
season.
way.
And the cycle is
Continue.
so exhausting at
It
this
is.
point. And I like the player. Dude, I kid you not. My social media tells the story. I've been rooting for Zion Williamson
Yep,
since he was at
for
was it
sure.
Duke? And I don't even watch college basketball like
Right.
that.
But you watch
And
it
I
for
was
him.
like, this dude
Right.
is going to be a phenom.
Yep.
Man, it's such a disappointment to see. But I hope that somehow, some way, I don't know, Derrick Rose did it, right? He had to change his game.
Yeah. Switch it up
And
a little bit.
eventually he stopped getting as injured as before.
Right.
Maybe he has to get to that point. So we'll see. But last one on the trading block here is Chris Mills, the Celtics killer,
Man.
has finally been traded away to the
Yo.
Washington Wizards in exchange for Kyle Kuzma.
Who, bro? What?
They wanted to go younger and injury free. That's all they were trying to do.
This
Younger and injury free.
the
Kuzma
sporadic,
be hooping.
chaotic Kyle Kuzma, the most inconsistent cat in the what?
Kuzma be hooping from a Washington Wizards perspective, but I don't see a
From a
fit
losing
at
perspective.
all.
Come on.
From a losing perspective, no, I genuinely mean that. People look great on terrible teams. Like, that's just a fact. Because you're the only ones who can be scoring between you and Jordan Poole. So, yes, Kuzma was averaging like 15 points this last season.
Yo,
So, Kuzma hoops on a terrible team.
bro.
Him on the Bucks, they're just looking for a young wing that can actually stay on the floor. That's all they're looking for. I don't see him as a defensive threat, honestly. I don't see him as an offensive threat. But I do recognize that if you're looking for younger and injury free, let's go with someone like that. Because would you rather Chris Middleton stay?
Most definitely.
Okay.
Because Kyle, they now they've lost the past few games, but they've been actually winning. They turned their season around. And
Okay.
now, as you get Chris back healthy, heading into the playoffs to where Chris Middleton is one of the most clutch players going into the playoffs. This is where you need a Chris Middleton. Kyle Kuzma, when's the last time Kyle Kuzma was in playoffs? Since the Lakers, since he won the championship?
Yeah.
He been
Yes.
playing losing basketball for the last what, 4 years? 4 years?
Sure.
Trash basketball. And this is who you want on the squad? Do you see the shots this dude be taking on the Wizards? He's man, yo, I don't. This is what I be talking about, man.
Let
This
me
this must
can I
be
can I paint a picture?
yo.
Let me paint a picture. Chris Middleton in the games played, he started in 2012, but I'm going to give you the last less than 10 years around there. 82 games roughly each season, with the exception, of course, during COVID. He started and played 79 games in 2014-2015 season
Yeah.
going forward. So 79, then another 79. and he went to 29 in 2016, 2017. Then he played a full 82 in 2017, 2018.
Yeah.
Then it went to 77, 62, 68, 66, 33,
Hmm.
55, and he's currently played 23 games this season. The injuries are not
Yeah.
worth what he's going to be producing, unfortunately.
But he's
And so,
finally back, Kyle. That's what I'm saying. You finally have him just in time for the playoffs where he is effective the most. At least, at least carry him through these playoffs, keep him for
mhm.
these playoffs, and then trade him in the summer. This must be a Doc Rivers move, man. Of all people, Kyle Kuzma, you're gonna rely on Kyle Kuzma as your third option?
He is not, he's going to be fourth. Brooke Lopez is going to have to step into that third option role. I get it. I get it. It's not going to help them win per se, but it's just like basically if I can get the same kind of quote unquote at this time, because Chris Middleton is on the, again, he's on the back end of his career.
Yeah.
He's averaged 12 points this
Yeah.
season. And it's such a small sample size, so I need to be much more fair than that. But his last year, he averaged 11 points a game. Let me see. Let me make sure I'm saying it right because I don't want to mess him up. Sorry. 15 points a game last
Yeah.
season, 15 points a game the season before that. If Kuzma's averaging 15 points a game right now and he plays more games, it's
Yo,
marginal. May as well keep him.
yeah, for long term, maybe after the season, yes. But headed into the playoffs, who's more effective?
Chris Middleton, hands
All
down. Like we're
day.
not.
That's what I'm
It's.
saying.
I agree with
So
that. I
why
agree
now?
with that.
Why now? That's what, bro. Yo, these.
Are there tea
Oh
leaves
man.
there?
Oh
Wait, are
wow.
there tea leaves there then? Are we saying that Giannis is not going to be sticking around much longer? Because if you are like,
Well,
we're not even looking for the postseason push,
yeah.
then it might suggest, I should say, that Giannis may not be around long.
Well, their reasoning for getting Kyle Kuzma was because they said quicker pace. You know, they want to keep pushing the ball, like especially Giannis goes out on his break, but nobody's keeping up with Giannis. You know what I mean? Nobody's
No,
going out there. So it's like I don't I don't get it, man. I'm telling you, this dude, they're gonna get to the playoffs and fully regret their decision.
I agree with that. Playoffs is going to really come down to like, yeah,
Let me ask, as a Celtic fan, are you happy about this trade?
I'm absolutely relieved, in
Yes,
fact.
that's what I'm saying. There you go. There you go. It's a horrible trade,
I
dog.
am relieved. Like, oh,
No third
oh,
option.
we're
Oh,
good.
so all we
We're
got to
good.
focus on is Dame and Giannis.
That's it. That's it. That's all. We are good. All right. So shout out to the Milwaukee Bucks for doing us a favor as always. But yeah, okay. So those are the current trades. We have about an hour and a half, 2 hours left before things are going to speed up and then
Yeah,
we're going to see things happen. But we did want to just hop on really quickly to kind of talk to the audience about what has been happening in the last 24 hours. It's been exciting. I'm happy to see things
I,
finally picking up
I,
steam. There's going to be a whole bunch of people that I'm going to be looking at a game and be like, I didn't know he got traded there.
yeah,
And be
bro.
like, you know what? That's right. So this is a great, great time
And I love it, man,
for
because the
basketball.
chaos and hype is revitalizing the NBA. Like Raiders
Yes.
were going down. You and me weren't into it for real. It felt like it was dying, man. Like
Yes.
it was like the hypest games were the smallest markets, like the Thunder
Yes.
versus the Cavs.
That's
It's
right.
like, yo, what's going on now, bro? It's man, this is off the chain, man. I'm loving the
Excited.
new look of all these, especially the West teams, man. Like we got a lot to look forward to in these playoffs, man. I'm here for it, bro. I'm here
That's always because the Clutch Buckets podcast, we will always be there to
for sure.
report on these
Yeah,
things that we're seeing around the league. But thank you for joining us
appreciate it.
today. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. My name is Kyle Spence,
I'm Josh Tyson.
and we out.
Next time, y'all.
Peace.